Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another Dislyte video. We're pumping these videos out. This is going to be a beginner guide on the gear system, the Relic system. So if you go into Espers, basically what you're going to do here is you're going to go through and you're going to look at each unit and you're going to see how you need to build them. Let me give you some examples. Mona. Great beginner hero, one of the better campaign farmers for an epic. You get her guaranteed, you can level her up. As far as relics, there's one thing you can do here. You see the strategy button right here? If you click strategy, you can see the most popular runes that are used on this unit. Very cool. A lot of people are using War Machine and crit rate. Interesting. I probably recommend this one right here, at least for a campaign farmer. Hades set with the counterattack set. This is what I use. It's interesting looking at this that it changed because originally 40% of everyone was using this. And then now it's kind of swapped. But let's go through the relics. Let's kind of show you how they work. So you have 4 different types of relics in the main slot, and then you have 2 different relics on the end slot here. So these 4 will give you a set bonus. Every set bonus for these 4 is a 4-piece set bonus. There's no 2 set bonuses. But on these ones on the right-hand side, these are all 2 set bonuses. There's some, there's a lot of different ones. If I hit replace, there is whatever, 3, 6, 9 different 2-piece sets. And I think there's 9 different 4-piece sets as well. If I go to replace, there is, yes, and there's 9 of each. You got a Windwalker, which is the speed set. You have the Hades, which is the lifesteal set. War Machine is the attack set. Abiding is the healing set. You got some other sets that aren't that used and I'm not super familiar with. So I'll kind of ignore those for now. This is just beginner. I just want to show you kind of how you should build people. Okay, so here's a damage dealer. This is my campaign farmer. I have her in lifesteal set because she needs to be able to go solo and complete a campaign stage by herself. I put food in there with her. She's solo. She needs to clear all the waves, so she's in a lifesteal set and a counterattack set. It means every time she gets hit, she's going to counterattack, which is going to cause her to do more damage and heal more. So that's how I build her. Great way to build her. Now let's talk about damage dealers. I'll talk about Ling and I'll talk about Drew. The first thing when you're building a damage dealer is, do you need accuracy? So go to your abilities. You're going to click here. This one, no, does not need accuracy. This one, yes. If I want to land defense down, then I need accuracy. So yes, I want some accuracy on Drew. Click here. This one, no, does not need accuracy. So the only thing I need accuracy is defense down. So, okay, we want it. Excuse me. We want accuracy. So he's a damage dealer. So how am I going to build him? I'm going to build him in an attack set. And I want to build him with high crit rate. So I have a crit rate main. You're going to want to either use crit rate main or crit damage main in this slot. This is the only slot that can roll crit rate / crit damage, FYI. Each slot has different things. So if I click here and I hit replace and I go to attributes, it tells you what I can roll here. You can see all these I can roll. Looks like I can roll all of these stats, okay? Now if I go to a different slot and I hit replace and I go here, if I click here, you can see I can only roll attack. So this tells you what stats you can roll in each slot. So obviously this one, it's going to be attack main slot only. But for a damage dealer, you know, I'm going to want some crit rate. I'm going to want some crit damage. I'm going to want, for him, you know, maybe a little bit of accuracy, maybe some speed, maybe some attack, blah, 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 blah. Obviously, you can't have that many stats, so you can only have 4. But the whole point of this is just saying, okay, I got 37% accuracy, so I will land decreased defense sometimes. I have 90% crit rate. My crit damage is kind of low. I think I'm almost to the point where I can start transitioning to crit damage main stat and crit rate off stats, because you may need crit rate in the main stat to get to 100%. You got 10% base and then 90%, so you really only need 90%. But some people, I believe, are mostly running crit damage, even if they're not crit capped, which I've seen a lot of. I don't see that in other games, which is kind of interesting. But anyways, damage dealers, first thing, figure out if you need accuracy. If you do, put a little accuracy in there. Let me talk about my other damage dealer, Ling. We'll go to the abilities. Okay, deals damage, absorbs 15% of attack I keep on wanting to calling this attack power. It's basically turn meter. I don't even know what AP even stands for. In my mind, it's always attack power, and that abbreviation can never be used for anything else. So I'm gonna call it turn meter. When you're interacting with an enemy, you need accuracy, okay? So that one needs accuracy. This does some healing. This steals AP, so this one needs accuracy as well. So this guy's gonna need accuracy, okay? So we'll go to relics. You can see I do have 58% accuracy. He is in, again, an attack set, and he's in a counterattack set. So that means when he get hit, he's gonna hit again, etc. He has some of my best damage gear on him. He has decent crit damage, 100% crit, some attack, etc. Speed. Speed in this game is different than Awakened Chaos Era. You can lap people, so speed becomes more important. Okay, now let's talk about a support unit. So I have Tiye. This is kind of a hybrid build. So Tiye is a unique character, and she has 2 AoEs. 105 to all enemies, 75 to all enemies. So she has 2 AoEs. So I figured, she was my first legendary, and I was starved for units. So I kind of built her hybrid. I built her with some damage, but I also built her very fast, and I also built her with accuracy. You can see 51% accuracy. You don't need a crazy amount of accuracy in this game. I don't see many people build more than 50% accuracy for like dungeons and stuff, but this is a great unit for PvP. Now I'll show you my hybrid build here. Can I just click on her this way? No, I can't. So here's my stats. You can see almost 100% crit rate. I have a lot of crit damage. I have some attack, but I also have high speed. You can see this, 197 speed. She's my fastest unit by far. I'll show you the relics I have in her. I have a crit damage with some speed, HP percent instead of attack percent here, because I do want her to live. But I also have some crit rate, some attack, some accuracy, some speed. This is a really good piece for her. Again, crit rate, crit damage, speed, accuracy, defense, HP. You're basically looking for all those stats because I want to make her a well-rounded unit. I want to make her really fast so that in arena she goes first, and in other stuff she goes first, because she has this ability that basically redistributes 30% of the target's AP equally among teammates. So she steals 30% of their turn meter and gives it to her allies. Really cool unit. And then she also does speed down and stun to the enemy team as well. And she also absorbs turn meter on her A1 as well. So she has a lot of CC. She has a lot of turn meter control. She has stuns. She has all sorts of stuff. So I want her to go fast. I also want her to have accuracy, and I also want her to do damage because she has 2 AoE attacks. So this is kind of a weird build. It's kind of my hybrid build. Now let's talk about a full-on support unit. Let's talk about Heng Yue. She is one of my favorite support units in the game. She has ally HP. They have a captain abilities in this game. I forgot to point that out before, but again, we're talking about relics. She's a great healer. Let's look at her abilities here. Dispels debuffs from all allied espers and heals them, okay? Her passive automatically heals the person with the lowest HP and grants recovery if the teammate does not have more than 50%. It also dispels a debuff every single turn. Really cool. So she does a lot of healing. 2 out of her 3 abilities do healing, so I put her in a healing set. And again, I don't care much about crit rate, crit damage, etc. You can see my crit rating, crit damage, and attack are very low. She has nothing that scales off attack. There are some healers, like Changpu, who scales off attack, so you do want some attack with her. But for a healer, I put her in the healing set, and I just want her to be fairly fast. She's not very fast. This gear is pretty old. Haven't focused on her very much, but I want like HP, defense, etc. I also, you can put, since she's kind of a support unit, you can have a support set. This is pretty cool. All allies start battle with shield equal to 15% of max HP, okay? You want one of these on your team. Excuse me. You want one of these on your team so that you get a small shield on everyone. It lasts 2 turns, and it's the start of the battle, okay? Good in arena, good for waves in dungeons, etc. Here's another case. Let's look at this support unit. Suhua. She is an amazing support unit, one of the best in the game, and she's a rare. You can get her just by going into chat and looking for one of those dungeons and hopping in there. I built her with speed because she's a buffer. So I want her to put attack up and defense up on all of my allied espers before anyone goes, because I want the increased attack so my damage dealers deal more damage, and I want her to put that up before the enemy hits me so they take less damage. Okay, so that's why I built her really fast, but I also want to build her with some accuracy because she does have attack down on her A1, so I want some accuracy on her. You can see I have 24%, not a lot, but I built her very fast because I want her to go first on my team. So she's in a speed set and she's in defensive stats, HP, defense percent. You can see speed, HP, speed, accuracy, etc. You want all those stats for your support units because you want them to stay alive. And again, I have this HP set just to help her keep alive. Again, I don't want her to die. She has pretty high HP. She's actually very tanky, just because how I have her built, and no one can be strong against her because she is whatever this middle thing is called. Whatever that is. I forget the names. I play so many games and they're different in every game. So she has no elemental advantage or disadvantage, so she's strong for that. Okay. That's about gearing. Quick 10-minute video talking about beginner gearing. You know, you got supports like this, etc. Lands a lot of debuffs, so you want high accuracy, you want high speed because you want them to do those abilities a lot, etc. So look at the person you're trying to build, read through their abilities. First, find out, do they need accuracy? Second, do they need a lot of speed? Do they need a lot of damage? Do they need a lot of survivability, etc.? And you're going to go through and you're going to build your units according to that. There's also units like this. One last example, Sander. So Sander has this thing that he deals damage plus 60%. Deals 60% of attack plus attack per point of speed. Okay, so speed also scales his damage. So some relics, like this bottom right one, they can roll speed on the main stat. So very cool. This person you want to build very fast and with damage and accuracy. You can see he has 66% accuracy because he lands speed down. This ability stuns and reduces the turn meter. And this one also reduces the turn meter. So you want him to attack a lot. You want high accuracy to land that turn meter reduction. And you also want it for debuffs. And you can also give him damage because he also deals decent damage. So very cool unit. Yeah, that's how you build all units in the game. I wanted to go through the gear system. Oh, one last thing. Sorry, I keep on doing this. But one last thing. It's not very easy to figure out how to sell gear in this game. So let me just show you how to do that. If I click this, and let's hit replace. You see this little cog wheel that comes up here. If I click that, and then I go to Relic Market, now I can sell stuff. So you can see I can bulk sell, I can select everything, I can choose, you know, say I want to get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say I want to get rid of all that. Select all. This will get rid of all my 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, and 4-star gear. It will not get rid of gear that's on units, which is good. And you can bulk sell. This is the only way I found to sell. Not really easy to find this menu if you're not used to it, but yeah, that's where you bulk sell if you want to do that as well. That's everything about relics. Obviously, I didn't talk about the dungeons to get them, but just click the arcade and all you get is the dungeons. You get them all from here. 3 different dungeons with 3 different sets and 3 offsets as well for each one of these dungeons. Okay, that's it. That's it. Everything about relics, how to sell them, how to build them, how to build every single unit in the game, etc. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. Sub to the channel if you're not already. There'll be more Dislyte videos coming out and more Awakened Chaos Era videos coming out, and maybe an occasional Infinite Magic raid, but not sure about that game yet. And yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was useful for all those new players out there. Sorry I'm a bit late in making these. Global Launch has been out for about a week, but been kind of busy, but we're busting them out. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. See you guys.